Who am I? Let's find out. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jared here. Today I'd like to talk to you guys about my own life, who am I, and what makes me me. So to start off, some background on me. I'm not originally from Arizona. I'm from Ohio. I was born there. My whole family is from there. I associate myself with the city of Cleveland. That's why, repping the Browns. If I can find the logo. I don't know. I associate myself from there. I'm a huge Cleveland sports fan. My whole family lives there. And that's just something about me that I take very personal. Moved out here to AZ when I was about 3, and I've lived here ever since. Major right now, sports business management. Want to go into sports one day. Sports is a big passion of mine, and I'll talk about that later in the video. Some of my attitudes and beliefs. I'm really a guy that puts in what I expect to get out, so I'm going to always give 110% in everything I do. Hard work means everything to me. Whether you think you can or you can, you're right. That's one of the quotes I always live off of. And then my own personal beliefs. I put my faith in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian. I'm a Lutheran at heart. And I'll talk about more with my journey with Christ more along with this video. Going off of some self-responsibility from my own point of view, I am the firstborn in my family, so I am here to set a good example for me and my other siblings. The deficit or the age difference between me and my youngest brother is a pretty big age. I'm 20, he's 8, so I've always put it on myself that I should maintain a good relationship with him as I get older and he gets older too, because when the time comes, I may move and I won't be at home anymore, so he won't be able to get as much chance to see me. So I'm always here making sure that I'm being the best that I can for my family and for him as well. Big thing I'd like to talk about is my communication skills I've learned throughout my life. One thing I'd like to talk about is my own self concept. That's what it's called. Yeah, I have it written down. It's basically how it's your own constructed self based on what other people think about you. I consider myself an introvert. Other people may not think of me that way because they know, who I really am. Sometimes they don't act the way I do outside of class. Like in class, I'm kind of shy. I don't talk. Some people may notice that. I'm not really like a big talker. Like if I don't know you, I'm may not be able to talk to you because I don't want to say something stupid or something that may offend you. So I'd like to, dab my toes in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like when the water's hot or cold, stick your toes in at first, get used to it, and then later on, you kind of go all in. When I go all in, you'll see, some real sides of me. You'll get to know me. I'm fun. I'm a funny guy. I'm really outgoing once you get to know me. People have told me that, I'm the kind of friend that you want to be around or you want to rely on. So I take that to heart, and it means a lot to me. My social life, so I just described, how I believe I am an introvert. I think I am, again, in retrospect, but at the same time, I'm kind of not. I have a lot of friends here on campus. I hang out with them maybe like 3 times a week. We always play like sand volleyball. We go play football a lot. We just try to do something new like every time. Like today, I'm going over to their room to watch the game. So that's going to be fun. Sports has been a big part of my life. It is now like with intramurals, playing that. But as I grew up, sports was there to kind of like raise me. It gave me a good work ethic, and it taught me how good work leads into something great. So I kind of found my work ethic through sports, and it was also those coaches that helped raise me. They taught me life lessons that I wouldn't have, thought about when I was a kid. So if it wasn't for sports, I probably wouldn't be the person that I am today. And I'm, eternally grateful to everybody that's coached me, from my dad to my friends' dads to, everyone else. 3 last things I like to touch on before I end this video. One, self-perception, what I've dealt with, like kind of a culture shock in my life. Self-esteem, and then relationships I had in my life. So self-perception, big culture shock for me was when I moved from a private school to a public school. I wasn't used to, the environment that was there. Kids I went from going to a class of like 13 people to a class of like 200. So it was a really big step up. Like everybody knew each other, everybody was friends well enough, and I'm just sitting, in class like minding my own business. Like I'm not talking to anybody because like I didn't know anyone. It took me a couple weeks to make friends, where I was used to making friends pretty easily at my other school. It was just a big difference because I was used to a certain lifestyle in private school versus in public school, and it took me a while to adjust, but I think I adjusted pretty well after that. Sports was something that really got me out of my hole. It was because of my football team. Like I played in a league, and then some kids at my school played in that league too. So we bonded with that. I started playing, basketball for the school. I played football for the school, and I'm still friends with some of those kids that I've gone to school with. So I'll always be grateful that I was able to do that. Relationships that I've had, my parents and my family is the biggest relationship. I always go to them for help whenever I need something urgent. I always ask for their advice. What should I do, and everything like that. Like I think everyone else does. Like I think everyone's family is part of the most important things in their lives. So it's also for mine. Church is also a big one. Whenever I'm down, I always feel like I could go to my church, talk to my pastor, talk to my friends there, and they'll put me in a better mood. Self-esteem is also something that I like to discuss. Last thing, my self-esteem kind of went from this, up and down, kind of in my life. When I was in high school and middle school, I was kind of picked on a lot. So I've kind of made it my mission to really never be, rude or mean to anybody, because nobody deserves that. Like I've gone through that, I get it. So it's kind of like my own mission to never treat somebody the way I've been treated, because all the difference can make somebody's day. My family helped me through that. My coaches in sports really helped me through that. They helped my self-esteem a lot because they told me how good of a man I was becoming. So that's always something that I've strove to become, the man that everyone wants me to become.